a pleasure to welcome Brenda Crocker, who is, as always, the president of the league, Tar River Chorus and Orchestra League. And my question to you was, are you always going to be the president?
And the answer is no.
Well, you've just done a wonderful job.
Yeah.
And how many years have you
Well, actually, you know, when we started out the orchestra, I was general manager for 12 years. And then, you know, I worked behind the scenes, and I've been the president of the league for 4 years. So,
Brenda, before we begin, I want to mention Reese Adams, because this is our first interview. Every year he would say, no, I don't want to do it, and then he'd jump in and have the best time. That's quite a void.
It is. We've missed him terribly. And I mean, not only his expertise in the publicity part for the orchestra, but his trombone playing in the swing band. Because he would get into it. He just loved playing. And in fact, when he came to Rocky Mount interviewing for a job, he told Lewis Advertising, he said, I'll come if you can find me a place to play.
Wow.
And of course, you know, Gene knew Dan, and so they got connected right away, and was in the swing band. So we really miss him.
I'm sure. And what a great job he did.
Yeah,
and just what a really enthusiastic supporter, cheerleader for the Tar River Chorus and Orchestra all along. So we do miss him, and we'll always miss him.
Yes.
So, but he would want us to move on.
Yeah.
The Drifters, last year you had the Platters.
Right.
I went, you went, we had a wonderful time. And if you're on the fence about going to the Drifters, it is just more fun. It's an eclectic group. People dance, people laugh, it is a fun-packed evening.
It is, and the only complaint we had last year was that the dance floor wasn't big enough.
Right.
And so this
crowded.
year, having it at Nash Community in the Brown Auditorium, we'll have a lot larger dance floor. So people can get up and dance their heart's content.
And it's the 12th of February.
That's correct.
Valentine's weekend. And what time does it start?
The doors open at 6:30, and we'll start serving food at 7. And there's heavy hors d'oeuvres, which is being catered by the main course. And we have a cash bar. And so it's, you know, not only for your $50, you get the food and the music and the dancing. It's a great evening to spend with your loved one.
And this is a very important fundraiser for you all, isn't it?
It is. It's our biggest one that we have every year. And for the past 2 years, well, we started out with Percy Sledge, and he came for 2 years.
Loved him.
Yeah.
And then he passed away.
Yes.
Gosh.
And then Lee Greenwood came, and then last year we had the Platters, and then this year we have the Drifters. So, you know, that seems to go over well with the public.
And what do you use the money for? The money?
It goes straight to the operating for the ensembles for the orchestra and the chorus.
Well, and you don't probably make a whole lot, so the ticket prices are $50.
Right.
But people get a whole lot for their money
They
on
do.
that. So I hope there's enough left over to be sufficient for your...
Right. Well, we've gone out and gotten some sponsors,
Good.
and so that helps a lot. And we're hoping to make maybe $16,000 we did last year, so we're hoping to do it again this year.
And people really dance, as you said, and I have to admit, if you don't have a dancing partner, an example was Lanny Shuff came with a complete table of unattached women. Danced with every one of them.
He did.
I'm sure he would be happy to oblige more people, and so there are people who are coming not with a partner. So don't let that hold you back. Grab some of your girlfriends or guys, even, you know, a couple of guys come and look for some partners. And it's just a wonderful time for everybody.
It is.
And to know that the funds are going to such good use, too.
And we only have 300 tickets available. So if you're thinking about coming, you better go ahead and call and get your name on the list and send your money in. And you can also order your tickets on eventbrite.com online, and they're going well also. Or you can call Jean Bailey.
And where can people get her numbers, or do you have to
It's on a card, and her number is, I have to bring out my cheat sheet. Her number is 252-200-4157.
And would she take a credit card?
She takes credit cards or a check, and she'll get your tickets right in the mail to you.
Okay, good. Well, we are very happy to say that we've got 2 performances from the Drifters for you all to enjoy. The first one is This Magic Moment,
Great.
And let's take a look at that, and Brenda and I'll be right back.
This magic moment, thank you, yeah. So different and so new, but like any other. Until I kissed you, and then it happened. Oh, it took me by surprise. I knew that you felt it too. By the look in your eyes, sweeter than wine, softer than the summer night. Everything I want, I have. Whenever I hold you tight, this magic moment, while your lips are close to mine, would last forever. It's forever till the end of time. Magic moments, magic moments. Don't the old song make you want to dance? Give the band a hand, folks. Give the band a round of applause in here. Oh, you're beautiful. We know you are. Thank you, Joe. Sweeter than wine, yeah. Softer than the summer night. Everything I want, I have. Whenever I hold you tight, this magic moment. While your lips are close to mine, would last forever. It's forever till the end of time. Magic moments, magic moments, it's magic moments. Thank you.
But if that doesn't make people want to go, I don't know what would.
Absolutely.
And there's a deep love in this area of the songs from Motown, the songs from the good dance, the June Germans, all those
Right.
things. So, I mean, you really do get people out there. And I saw one man and two women, and you know, I mean, you don't have to have a partner to go out there and dance and just enjoy
And
yourself.
you know, a long time ago, and still today, women get out and dance by themselves, you know, together. So, you know.
Or
it's
even by themselves. Either one. Well, let's talk about the Tar River Chorus and Orchestra. We had a telethon yesterday, and Patsy Gilliland came, and she could not sing, but in true Patsy style, she talked the words to the song better than anybody else could have even sung them.
Yeah, she's a wonderful person.
She is.
Very talented.
And has had the chorus with the young children for how long?
I think it started in 1993. Actually, it started with Maria Manza, who was director out at the Wesleyan College. And we were having the Pops concert at the Body Farm. And they were going to do The Sound of Music, which is celebrating its 50th year anniversary this year. Sound of Music is. And so we needed a children's chorus. So we had some auditions, and we just had an outpouring of people come. And so from that grew the children's chorus, and we got Patsy to be the director, and she has just done a phenomenal job of recruiting every single year.
And they try out, I mean, their auditions.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And what are the ages?
It starts in the 3rd grade.
And goes up to what?
To high school. Okay. And she has 2 different groups. And that, you know, the smaller ones, and they sort of graduate up to the older ones. But she really does a great job with that group.
And how fortunate for those young people not only to work with her, but I'm sure with her singing ability, as you know, with her strong
She teaches them a lot.
Yeah.
Not just to sing, but she teaches them a lot about life also.
Well, that's even better because I know what her values are, and I think she has wonderful values. So, oh, wow, I couldn't ask for better. So are they singing again?
Yes. On March the 5th, we are having a concert with the orchestra at the Dunn Center. And it has to do with youth performers. And the music will be from Mozart to Chopin to Scruggs to Michael Jackson. And the children's chorus will perform on that concert. And also the Young Artist Competition winner. Every year the orchestra has a competition of children that come in to audition, and they get to play, the winner gets to play with the orchestra. And so this is the concert that they will play. This is a 16-year-old that will play the piano with the orchestra.
And so the person's already been chosen?
Yes, yes. We do that in the fall. And then, but it's, you know, it's amazing, and we've had people that have gone on to do a lot of things from just being Young Artist Competition winner.
Well, how nice that and is it a local person?
No, it's not.
Okay. Now the orchestra though brings from outside the community too, don't they? A lot of talent comes here.
Yeah, because we only have 1 or 2 string players in town, and so all the string players have to be imported. And then we have some brass players that live here in town that play. And,
such as your husband.
Yeah, and then the others are, you know, brought in from different places: Chapel Hill, Raleigh, Durham, Kinston, Chapel Hill. So lots of places they come in.
And it's really amazing, a town this size, and you know it's growing, but even before it started growing, to attract that level of talent is to Rocky Mount and make it available. And you play at different, or they sing and play at different venues, don't they? Sometimes First Baptist, the Dunn Center.
Right. We have gone out and gone to different places. The Church on the Rise, we were there last year. The Worship and Praise in Nashville, that's where the children's chorus has their Christmas concert. And which we have brought in a different bunch of people, you know, that didn't know that we existed, and so that's helped a lot too. We're
going to take a break, come back, and talk some more, and another rendition of the Drifters. So stay with us, please.
This magic moment, so different and so new.
It's a new moment, but the same great sound. The original Drifters in concert, Friday, February 12th. Doors open at 6:30 at Nash Community College at the Brown Auditorium. Tickets will be $50 per person and are available online at Eventbrite, at the door, or by phone at 252-200-4157, or visit TarRiverLoveItLive.com.
Hi, I'm Richard Koss, Pharmacy Manager at Allman's Drug Store at the Westridge Shopping Center. Here with my wife, daughters, and my business partner, Brad Hilton, and his wife, Katie. We are delighted to be new business owners living in Rocky Mount and are excited about the new services and products we are adding at Allman's Drug Store's 2 locations. With a full-service pharmacy, a large supply of over-the-counter supplements, and a comprehensive line of diabetic supplies, Allman's has you covered. Our pharmacists also specialize in consultations. We want you to pay the lowest prices and get the best service in town, and our staff works hard to help you save money, but we are also big on friendliness and customer care. We will deliver your prescriptions free, have drive-through windows, and guarantee short wait times. And we come out to greet you personally and see how we can answer all of your questions. Because as local business owners, we care about you. As a loyal member of your community for over 70 years, you can count on Allman's Drugs to make the health of you and your family our top priority.
Please call Allman's Drugs today.
443-3138.
Welcome back. We're talking about the Drifters coming on Friday, February 12th. If you're looking for a fantastic thing to do for Valentine's Day, highly recommend it. If you went to the Platters last year, very similar except more dance room.
Right.
At the Brown Auditorium. And, you know, we're really fortunate to have Nash Community College, that large room.
Oh yes, this year we had it scheduled at the Gateway, and we found out in November that they were going to close it down, and so we had to scramble to find another venue because we'd already signed a contract with the Drifters, and they couldn't have been nicer. Fortunately, we were able to get them.
And I do like that there's more room, because I remember my husband likes to move a lot when he's dancing, and he'd kill me for saying this, but he is trying a moonwalk to incorporate it into his shagging.
Okay.
That's yet to be seen, but he's very creative. He feels the music, and people bumped into him a lot, or he bumped into them a lot. So having a larger dance floor will be very nice.
And we're set up in tables like a nightclub.
Of 10.
Of 10.
Okay.
So if you want to have a table of 10, get the tickets together, get your friends together and call, and or if you just want to come, we'll put you at a table that you meet somebody new.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Because everybody there is there because they support the chorus and orchestra, or they're just looking for something fun or a combination.
Right.
Brenda, tell us, because you've been involved, probably you and Dan, longer than anybody with the Tar River Chorus and Orchestra, what feedback do you get as far as why it's important for Rocky Mountain to support that and have that in our community?
Well, you know, it's amazing how many people have never heard of us or seen us, and but once they come, they realize what they've been missing and what we bring to Rocky Mount, the culture. And when people are interviewing at different places in town for businesses to come in, they want to know what kind of culture you have. And of course the Dunn Center brings a lot in too, but we do have an orchestra, and we're one of the few in the nation that ends up in the black every year. A lot of the big orchestras have closed because they lost money and couldn't open back up and pay their musicians. So it's important that we are able to bring music, different kinds of music, to Rocky Mount, and for the young people that are coming up, because they are our future audiences.
And do you find that a lot of people bring their children to these and help expose them, which I think is just a wonderful, if you've never done that, I just think that's wonderful, because otherwise what you learn in your youth carries you throughout your whole life. And for one thing, it builds brain cells.
That's right.
So you know, nothing wrong with building your kids' brain cells and your own too.
I guess we've tried to incorporate the high schools, you know, give them tickets, and of course students get in free anyway, but to bring them to hear, particularly the symphonic band, because that's what's in the high schools. Of course now we do have strings in the school system, and so it's a good opportunity for parents to bring their children to hear really good music, you know, with strings.
To counter some of that not really good music that's out about. So, yeah, I just think it's, and to see it and experience it in person,
live music,
is very different.
Yeah.
We've got about 1 minute, but rather than start on something else, we're going to go to the Drifters. But when we come back, I want you to share with us the various conductors and the quality of the conductors that come. And in talking to some of the people who played with them in the past, they are honored to have the opportunity to play with an orchestra of this quality, and with particularly with the conductors too. So, okay, save the last dance for me.
Okay.
Here we go.
You can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye, let him hold your tight. You can smile every smile for the man who held your hand beneath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home, and in his arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Oh, I know that the music's fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun. Yes, I know. Laugh and sing. Yes, I know. But while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. Yes, 'cause don't forget who's taking you home, and in his arms you're gonna be. So darling, sing the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know I love you so? lets her go. I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. But don't forget who's taking you home, and in those arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Don't forget who's taking you home, and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Save the last dance for me. Save the last dance for me. Save the last dance for me.
Brenda here and Save the Last Dance for Me reminds me, we will recognize everything they sing, won't we?
Oh yes, oh yes. It's our genre of music. And interesting. Last night we were out for dinner, and there was a couple there that my husband knew, and we were talking about the Drifters, and they had their young son sitting with them, and he was maybe a first year in college. And I looked at him and I said, "You don't know who the Drifters are, do you?" And he said, "No, I don't."
Oh.
So, you know, it's a good thing for the young people to come and hear some good music.
Oh, yeah. That's soul music. I mean, just the dancing and the
You can understand the words and they mean a lot.
It's not hollering. Well, and I don't mean to insult anybody watching, but it's good melody.
Right.
And you just feel it. You just so much fun. Let's talk about the conductors. You mentioned that there are different ones for different segments.
Right. For the orchestra, there's Al Sturgis. He conducts the orchestra, and he's from Raleigh. And he also has the Master Chorale in Raleigh, and he directs an orchestra for the ballet. And so he is a very well-known, and he's done some for the North Carolina Symphony also. And then for the symphonic band that we have.
Before you leave him, does he bring a lot of talent with him from Raleigh who want to follow him, don't they?
Yes. I mean, they know when the schedule is being made up, they try to do their very best to meet our schedule. Because a lot of these musicians play with the Durham Symphony and the North Carolina Symphony and the Kinston, places around. And so, but they do like to come here because we treat them nicely too.
Good.
And then the symphonic band is Dave McChesney, and he is a professor at Ravenscroft, head of the music department there. And then the swing band is a professor at East Carolina named John Wacker, and his main instrument is the drums. So he has an appropriate name for his. But they all like him a lot, and we've had a good luck with finding people like to replace Reese, because they know of John's talent and his reputation. And then we have, of course, Patsy. We have Michael Glasgow from Raleigh that comes in to do the adult chorus when we sing. And then we have a junior strings. And so we have a lot going on, and it's been going on now for 30 years. And our next concert is March the 12th after the 5th, and it'll be a birthday party, and it'll be back at the Brown Auditorium at Nash Community, and it'll celebrate 30 years of live music. And we will have tables set up, and people can sit at round tables, and we're going to have birthday cake, and so it'll be a real fun time to come and hear the swing band and have a birthday party.
So the swing band is exclusively going to be entertaining them?
Yes, yes.
Okay, but a birthday party.
Yeah.
30 years. Does it seem like 30 years?
No, really it doesn't. Time goes by fast, but interesting, I've told this story many times, that a good friend of ours at the time when we got started said, well, things only last 3 years in Rocky Mount. And so we've outlived that. So.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't say that's true at all.
No, but then I guess he thought it was, but now it's But yeah, we're 30 years now.
We have a culture of music, though, and excelling in music. J.C. Sykes, I mean,
Yes.
what a legacy at Rocky Mount High School, excuse me, that he had. And so, no, I'm not surprised. Let's talk about the finale for the year on
Right.
June the 4th.
Right. We tried that. We had the Pops concert out at the Body Farm for several years, and then we stopped it. And so we brought it back last year, and it's at our house out in the field. And we had about 700 people last year.
Great.
It was
Families,
phenomenal.
lots of
Yeah.
families,
And
right?
it's time for you to come out, and we do have games available for the children to play. And the symphonic band will be playing, the children's chorus will be singing, and the adult chorus will be singing, and the junior strings will play. So it'll be a fun evening of patriotic music plus some surprises.
Oh, surprises. Oh, good. And what time does it start?
The gates open at 6:30.
Well, I want to recap on the Drifters, because if anybody has not bought their tickets yet, they're 300, limit to 300.
That's right.
So need to go ahead and get them right away. Call Gene Bailey. We'll have the number on the screen, or
Right.
one can go online.
To eventbrite.com.
Okay, and it's $50 per ticket
That's right.
for an evening of heavy hors d'oeuvres,
And cash bar.
and lots of singing and dancing and just having the time of
That's
your
right.
life.
It is. It'll be lots of fun to come and support a good organization.
Absolutely. So if you haven't got your ticket, be sure and do it. You'll be there.
I'll be
right?
there.
I'll be there. I've got my Bronco groups going. If you're a member of a group, if you play bridge, if you play golf, if you've got neighbors, anything, just call them and say, let's go and let's just support Tar River Chorus and Orchestra and have a wonderful time. I don't think nobody will be disappointed.
No,
And so is this now, because Percy sang for a few years, and now you're going more to the dance venue.
Right, right.
I like that.
Yeah.
But people were standing up dancing to Percy.
Yeah, they
at
were in the
Dunn
aisle.
Center. They were. I saw some new moves. Brenda, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next week.